we are live. Welcome to the Sista Shanice show. You know it's Wednesday. You know once I am live and direct, it is Ubuntu Day, or it's Imani Day, or it's Ujima Day, whichever one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa you would like to celebrate. But what we have to absolutely make sure is that every day we are celebrating one of the Kwanzaa principles. As you can see, I've got my special guest, Josie, in the house. And he's in the Bahamas by the looks of it. Rise up, Brother Josie. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, sister. Rise up, all of us, actually. And once again, thank you for inviting us to come and share the good news. And then obviously, we're just delighted to be here. Once again, thanks for that.
Oh, you're most welcome. So our guests are going to be coming through the door right now as we speak. I'm just going to get the link and be sharing it with our family members as well behind the scenes. Let's send it out so that our family can click the link. It makes it so much easier when there is a link that they just have to click in order to find us. So sending out the We Are Live notifications to our family with the link. So family, as you come through the door, let us know that you are indeed in the house. Tell us where in the world you are viewing us from, okay? We know we've got a global audience. We know that you watch us all around the world. And we are indeed privileged. We are indeed honored to have you join us here on the Sista Shanice show. We're here every Wednesday from 8 p.m. UK time. And I think that's about 2 p.m. CS time and about 3 p.m. ET time, so that's Eastern time and Central time. You know, there's 1 hour difference there. But, wherever you are in the world, you just need to log on and you will be able to join us. So please put the word out, share the link with everybody so that they know that we are indeed live. I'm looking at myself on YouTube and I can see that we are there on YouTube, which is great. And the live comment section hasn't come up as yet. So I just need to, make sure that I can see the messages as they come through. Because as you know, family, I like to read your messages during our show. And Josie, this is the first time that you've been on the Sista Shanice show, but I can assure you we have a wonderful, wonderful audience who are always so interactive. And so, be prepared to ask some questions, be prepared to put out some information to our audience members that you may want them to come back to you and comment on, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, so let me just check out the family on YouTube. Let me just make sure that our people are coming through the house. And right, here we go. Let's see where we are live. Let's go to my channel. Here we're going over to my channel now. Just make sure, yes, there's the link to say that we are live. And we've got some family coming through. Yes, some families in the door already. Let us know where you are in the world. Here we go. We've got Kwame Aboje in the house saying, Hotep, my family. Rise up, rise up. We've got Kofi Jojo in the house. Rise up. We've got Mahogany in the house. Welcome. And Mahogany is watching us from Turtle Island in the USA. That sounds an absolutely beautiful location. Oh, come on, family. Those of you who haven't yet, let me know that you're there watching. Let me know where in the world you are viewing us from and let us know. As you can tell, I'm somewhere hot. Oh, my gosh, I'm still climatizing to the African sun and absolutely love it. Not complaining whatsoever, because I know only too well how awful the weather is in other parts of the world, such as the UKKK, but we won't even go there. So Brother Josie, he is from Ubuntu Awakening, and we've got a really interesting conversation that we're going to be having with you this evening. So spread the word, let the family know that we are live because we are rearing to go, ready and rearing to go.
Yeah.
So, Brother Josie, you know, how has your day been today? Let me find out from you what life is like where you are.
Well, first of all, it's not as been, if you like, enjoyable as yours. Very simply because, you know, the environment is what really I'm talking about. So, you know, I don't want to compete. I cannot even say anything to compare to what you have.
There's
No, this
no
is the reality.
competition.
I'd rather be where you are now 20 million times to be where I am. So, but nevertheless, yes, because we've got a mission. The day has been quite intense. Woke up quite early as usual, and interviews here, writing text there, speaking here, going there, and so it's been quite intense. Nevertheless, it's not as good as the day as you've been having, you know.
Oh, who's to say? You may even have had a better day. You know, I'm not in any competition or anything at all. I just, you know, love Africa, love the motherland, and just want to
Enjoy.
be here. And so,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
just
yeah.
made a way.
No,
Uh,
definitely. I mean, obviously, I'm speaking from my perspective. Whenever I am in the continent that I'm lucky enough to be very often, you know, doesn't matter where, you know, honestly, even
yeah.
your skin start telling your story without you open your mouth.
Oh,
Honestly, you go there
oh.
for 2, 3 weeks, there is a massive change in your own skin, even. And then you come
Mm.
here and then you have to be like we are now all covered up.
I
Because of
know.
this thing. But anyway,
Oh,
but it's
and,
all good, all good.
and the sun just gives us so much
Yeah,
energy. You know, the sun
absolutely.
just revitalizes us, gives us the energy that we need, you know,
Yes,
to be able to do all that we have to do as a people, because wow, we've got our work cut out as a
yes,
people.
yeah,
And, you know, so we need that extra bit of energy, don't we, in order for us to be able to cope with
absolutely.
the trials and tribulations that we as a people face on a daily basis. So just putting out some notices here to let some of the family know that we're live, and then we're going to be connecting with you. So family, yeah, please do assist getting the information out. So family in the house, family in the chat, how has your day been? Where in the world are you viewing us from? You know, what's the situation? What's the weather like where you are? What's going on? We've got Brother José Santiago in the house. He is a proactive, accomplished financial strategist, and we're going to be hearing about some of the amazing works that he's been doing, him and his team. We're going to be hearing about an amazing conference that's going to be happening in Jamaica. You know, we are going to be inviting you to join them for this summit in Jamaica as well. And we're going to be finding out why this summit is happening, what's so important about it, and why you should find yourself in Jamaica in order to join this summit. Okay, so make sure that you are locked in. All righty. So let me share my screen a moment, actually, and tell you a little bit about the course that we've got coming up. Oh, wow, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. As you can see, I've got information there about a Black British History course that I'm going to be running with our greatly esteemed none other than Dr. Clyde Winters. Let me just minimize some of what I've got in the background here, and then bring up this flyer and some information for you about today's training course. And to those of you who joined me earlier today on the Big G Galaxy Afiri Radio, the only de-brainwashing station, thank you so much for that. Absolutely thrilled to have had you all watching that, not watching, listening to the audio of today's show. It was a great show indeed. We were learning Mandinka on the first part of the show. Then after the Mandinka class, we had a Black or African psychology course session where we were with Teacher Mitri. And then in the third part of the show, we had a session with none other than our brother Mama. It was absolutely phenomenal. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about the course that we've got coming up, family, because we would so love you to be able to join us on our course. Let's move this out the way. Great. So you should be able to see my screen there, unlocking hidden chapters of British history. Oh my days, family. You know, we have been doing the research, as you know, and we have been finding out that there is so much to our history in Britain and the British Isles, much more than you know, we have been led to believe. And so we have decided, Dr. Winters and I, that we're going to come together. We're going to put this 6-week online study course on so that we as a people can come together and study this history. So we are looking for history enthusiasts. We're looking for tutors who might be looking for extra history curriculum information to put together for their students. We're looking for parents who do homeschooling and are looking for African history information. We are looking for those of you who are in the field that want to uncover more information about our history in Britain, because we're going to be revolutionizing our understanding and your understanding of our history in Britain. We have been largely written out of history, family. You wouldn't believe the tens of thousands of years. We go back to Britain to the Ice Age era. Yeah, there's evidence of our history from then until now in Britain. So we're going to be unlocking some of these chapters of British history, okay? And you're going to be joining us as we investigate and study together with myself, Sister Shanice, and also Dr. Clyde Winters. It's going to be phenomenal. So family, if you are, you know, interested in your history, if you want to find out more and delve beneath the surface with us and have us expose what the mainstream has been hiding, then you are ready for this course, and be prepared to be transformed, okay? There is a particular narrative that the mainstream education sector has been putting out there about our history, and it tends to revolve around or center around in that era of enslavement. But what you need to know, family, is that we've got tens of thousands of years of history that is just waiting to be uncovered. It's not in the national curriculum because it's going to elevate us too much, and they don't want to elevate us as a people, okay? This is why a lot of this history has been hidden. Well, that's just one of the reasons why our history has been hidden, because we've got so much heritage and so much that we could potentially want to claim, you know, as well, once we start uncovering our history. Because as I say, and as Dr. Clyde Winters pointed out that I said once, you know, if you own a car and someone steals that car and has been driving it around for 500 years, and then you suddenly realize, hang on, that's my car there. Who does the car belong to? Josie, who does the car belong to?
Well, it belongs to you because it's your car.
Ashay. Doesn't matter how long the usurpers have been driving around that car for or enjoying the fruits of what we own, it still means we are the owners of it. Thank you very much, Josie. So why should you choose our course? Well, we're going to go deep. We're going to be exploring. We're going to be bringing you sources. We're going to be bringing you archaeological evidence, scientific evidence, genetical evidence. We're going to be bringing you anthropological evidence. What other evidence? We've even got legal documents that we can refer to. There's so much evidence out there that's going to substantiate what we are bringing to you on this program, okay? So if you're want to get a bit of an idea of what we're going to be covering in the first 6 weeks, because there is so much to our history, it's been really difficult deciding, but we've decided to start at the beginning. Well, not at the very beginning, but we're going to go back, way back, yeah, to the documented evidence that talks about our existence in this part of the world that goes back at least 44,000 years. And there's other evidence to suggest that we've been here much, much earlier than that as well. We're also going to be focusing on the Picts, because that is a particular group that's really important to our history. We're going to be delving into their existence, their culture, and what they, and so many of the stories that exist about the Picts when they were the population in Britain. We're going to go into the Phoenicians, who they were, and evidence of their existence. Cheddar Man. We're going to talk about the Black Celts as well, and the Iberians, and we're going to deal with the ancient Africans of Ireland. And that is just a snippet. Yeah, and of course, you know, through the conversations and the discussions that we're going to be having, we're going to be touching on so much more. Now, you can actually get this brochure, and you can actually get more information about this program if you go to gumroad.com, and I'm going to put the link in the chat. So go to gumroad.com, search for Sista Shanice, and the information will come up. You can also pay for the course by installments, okay? So you can just do 2 installments of £99 per month, and you can pay for the course that way. You don't have to pay for it all at once. It's been set up so that you can do that, okay? So do join us for this wonderful, wonderful Blacktastic program that we have put together for you. Let's come together, family, and let's share the knowledge and learn together. And let's dive into our history. I'm so excited about this. You know, I went through school, college, and university, and I didn't know even a fraction of what I'm going to be talking about and sharing on this course, and what Dr. Winters is going to be talking about and sharing on this course. There is so much that has been hidden from us. It'll blow your mind away. I mean, this is a program that's going to have to run, I think, because there's so much to our history. We can't pack it in just 6 weeks, but we're going to do our best to give you some sources and some information that will enable you to go on your journey. Now, when I did my course with Dr. Winters, because he's an author and has written 46 books, he encouraged and inspired me to be writing books as well. And so since doing his course, I've written 2 books, the Black King of Anglo-Saxon England, King Offa, and also my second book, since doing the course, The Remarkable Accomplishments of Ancient Africans. And you can get those books on Amazon. And I've also, since doing the course, written an academic paper that you can get free of charge at academia.edu. And the title of that paper is The Omission of the, what have I called it? The Omission of the Irish. I'm going to have to get the full title of that, and then I'll bring that to you, okay, family? So that you can go and get that paper free of charge. Let me bring it up on my computer. Here it is, The Omission of Blacks in Ireland. Something like that. That's not the title of it, but anyway, where are you? Come on, scroll down. Let's get the full title and bring it to you. I know you're saying I should know the title of my paper, but I write so much, you know. Here it is, The Omission of an Asian African Irish Population from Contemporary Western Education, okay? The omission of an Asian African Irish population from contemporary Western education. And some might say, well, maybe there was nothing to write about the Irish, why they omitted it from the national curriculum. When you read my paper, you're going to find out otherwise. Okay, by now we should have the family through the door, and they're probably eager to hear from my guests. But before I bring you in, let me just see if they've got any messages in the chat for us, okay? And then we will certainly be bringing in our audience. So rise up, family. Yes, more family members have come through the door. We've got King of Kampala in the house. Oh, fantastic. Let me read it on here, because print is bigger. Sister Verna's in the house. Rise up, rise up. She says, so glad you're doing the course. It sounds phenomenal. We all need this. Thank you so much, Sister V. Enough love to have you in the house. And thanks. Yeah, the course is exactly what we need. We need to empower our family. Our family need to be reminded of their greatness. And, you know, once you know how great we were or what we were able to accomplish back then, you know, you will hopefully, well, this is the idea, be elevated to greatness. Right. Oh, we've got Arlete in the house as well. When is the early bird discount? It's expired, but we've got it now so that you can pay by installments. So you don't have to pay all at once, okay? You can pay over 2 months, £99 a month. The early bird, that expired on the 31st of December. Sorry about that if you missed that. And want to rise up. Ami man, glad to have you another house. I love to say his name. Ami man, Ami, I know you, Ami. Ami man's in the house. He's saying greetings. Let me get off. You get cut off? What do you mean you get cut off? What do you mean you get cut off? Come in back, Ami man. Rise up, Richmond. Rise up again, King of Kampala. Good to have you in the house. S.A. Smith, great to have you in the house as well. JJ, oh, good to have you in the house as well. She's saying, greetings, hope you have had a lovely holiday. Yeah, man, I'm enjoying. Are you in JA? Wow. And where's Ami man? Oh, King of Kampala is saying that salutations and he's hailing us. What's it? Haligani, Habarigani, Malikia, watching from hot, sunny Kampala Beach in Uganda. Oh, wonderful. I'd love to visit Uganda. It looks like an amazing country. Rise up, Dee, watching us from Kent, where she says it's dark, windy, and raining. Oh, so sorry. And Maria's saying, yes, there is a glow. Oh, thank you so much. Mundela is in the house. Hi, salute, Sister Shanice, Brother Josie, and brothers and sisters here. And this is the Congo leopard in the house, watching from the UKKK as well. Oh, the family's in the house. Haru, rise up from Manchester. Rising up, the family. Mahogany, rise up. Brother Kwame. Okay, we're good to go. We are good to go. Once the family's in the house, we are indeed good to go. And I want to thank you all so much for joining us today for another really exciting, blacktastic, fantastic session. And we've got Brother Josie in the house. And let me just introduce him to you. Brother José Santiago is a proactive, accomplished financial strategist with a deep knowledge of fintech, is that finance tech? Payment systems, mobile money, and digital money. And he's also got an in-depth knowledge of financial inclusion strategies and asset protection. And this is primarily in the UK and abroad. Brother José, we're delighted to have you on the show. Welcome. Please introduce yourself further to our wonderful audience.
Sister, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I can't be more grateful than that, and also to congratulate you on the work that you've been doing, God knows for how long. I remember still, some years ago when I was, I had the opportunity to connect to a couple of your programs and so, but then life becomes so busy itself that you have to split yourself amongst many things. So all I can say honestly is kudos to you for the resilience and consistency that you put that thing there, connecting all of us, because obviously many times most of us don't come directly live in the program because it clashes with something else, but we snip through the back door and go to the YouTube and watch whatever. And many times we've got a friend who say, oh, have you seen this program? Have you seen it? No, I haven't. Okay, send the link, and then you are on the train or on the plane and you are listening to those things. So just to say that we are connected one way or the other, and obviously we, because time is what it is. and we're not. So once again, thank you for the opportunity and kudos to what you're doing. And just to say about the course that you are saying, yes, the course is a lot needed, because first of all, in my opinion, it does many things. Number one, it put the, if you like, the wrong to right. So it tells the right story. It tells what it is. On the other hand, it make us realize how many lies we've been told. And then, of course, for us to be really, and we need to start questioning. Oh, hold on, why these guys told so many lies about us? And then that start us on the journey of recognition. So once again, congrats to do that. Obviously, as you know, as I shared with you, I've been doing my marketing or word of mouth to people that I know, and I'm sure that it's going to be a success. About me, sis, my view of life today is that whatever I've done in the past, if it doesn't put me in a position where I can bring value to the table today, is totally irrelevant. So, I could be writing 2, 3, 4, 5 pages about what I've done in the past, but what makes me really happy today is to be able to serve the community, is to be able to put my skills and knowledge and commitment to the community around the world. This is what is. So if you ask me what is my CV today, my CV is Umoja Generation Wealth. This is my CV. This is, what I feel really passionate about, to be able to help my community, which I'm part of as well. So this is what it is. So this is my thing. Apologies for the brothers there. Maybe some may want to listen. Oh, you to work for this institution. You were the chief of this. You were the head of that. I went past that already. Right now is that, okay, what can I do really to help? What value can I bring to the table? So this is what it is all about, really. And this is the reason why, by the way, I don't work alone, obviously. We've got a team of brothers and sisters who work, in different parts of the world to bring what we bring to the community. And hopefully what we bring is good to help all of us to move forward.
Fantastic. So, give us a flavor of what you have actually been working on, because, you've got an event happening in Jamaica, and we all love Jamaica, don't we? So much. And it's always exciting when we hear that our brothers and sisters are doing works in Jamaica, and you've got a great lineup of guests who are going to, one who's going to be coming from the continent of Africa to Jamaica to speak to our brothers and sisters in Jamaica. So come on, who have you got as your headliner on at your Ubuntu Awakening event in Jamaica?
Well, we've got. I will speak about the brother. He's a king. He is, in my opinion, one of the best that the continent ever produced. We talk about our King Maponga, Joshua Maponga.
Joshua Maponga, we love Joshua Maponga. He's been a guest on this platform before. He's absolutely amazing. Look, don't let me hold you up. You want to go straight into your presentation?
Yes, I can go, definitely. Yeah, but as you know, we are very excited about what we are doing. And obviously inviting all brothers and sisters to join forces, because only together we can do it. So, okay, let me see if I can share, just to make it easier for brothers and sisters to follow. This is the only reason, not because we want anything in particular. So what I'm going to share this, and I will ask you, sis, if you, okay, let me see if I can.
Hide the banner.
Yeah, okay, this is done. If I would allow brothers and sisters just to listen, it is about a 2 minutes video, small little video, to give them.
We still got the banner at the bottom.
Sorry? Oh, okay. So let me see if I can get rid of
hide that.
At the bottom.
So our brother is going to.
That's it.
That's it. It's gone. Oh, there's one in the middle now.
No, nothing now.
Yeah, that's it. It's gone now. Okay, it might have just been the mouse.
Absolutely. Okay.
Something.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let me play this small little video, and obviously, hopefully, brothers and sisters can hear that. Okay, let's go for it.
Share sound. Yeah. Yes. Yes, we're hearing it.
From the heart of Akabulan to Jamaica's Golden Sands, a vibrant fusion of cultures where unity expands. Feel the rhythm in your soul, let the drums ignite. Alkebulan and Jamaica, a harmony that shines so bright. Akabulan's spirit meets Jamaica's vibrant sway, a celebration of heritage, a journey to portray. Immerse yourself in the magic, let your senses soar. Experience the rhythm, discover so much more. Dive into crystal clear waters where turquoise meets the shore. Alkebulan's ancestral echoes, Jamaica's treasures galore. Explore the breathtaking landscapes where adventures in the air. In this cultural embrace, memories beyond compare. Alkebulan's spirit meets Jamaica's vibrant sway, a celebration of heritage, a journey to portray. Immerse yourself in the magic, let your senses roar. Experience the rhythm, discover so much more. Taste the flavors of Alkebulan, spice and tradition unfold. Dance to reggae beats as Alkebulan's stories are told. From Montego Bay to the heart of the African soul, Alkebulan and Jamaica, a connection that makes us whole. Alkebulan spirit meets Jamaica's vibrant sway, a celebration of heritage, a journey to portray. Immerse yourself in the magic, let your senses soar. Experience the rhythm, discover so much more. Witness the fusion of Alkebulan and Jamaica's embrace, a cultural adventure, a vibrant journey to chase. Let the spirit of Alkebulan guide your Jamaican stay. Experience the magic, let your heart sway. Experience the rhythmic fusion of Alkebulan and Jamaica, a cultural extravaganza awaits.
Okay, thank you so much. I think there was kind of a sound disturbance there, which I don't know what it is, maybe internet connection or so. I
Yeah,
hope
probably the internet connection, but the images were absolutely beautiful. I
Yeah.
saw an amazing head wrap in there. I would love to try that. But yeah, the fusion of the culture, Africa meets Jamaica, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, carry
So
on.
is this also to give our brothers and sisters a sense of what we are bringing to Jamaica? Because, you know, we are so proud of Jamaica. I mean, there is a long story why Jamaica, and to be our first, our very first Ubuntu Awakening Summit. And the reason is simple, is because Jamaica was a hub when our ancestors were enslaved, went to carried to the Caribbean. Jamaica was the hub to harbor all of them, and then distribute to all the other islands. But when those colonizers also bought things there, when they collected the money, they brought it to Jamaica as a hub to take it to Europe. So Jamaica is extremely significant in this summit, because the summit is a reverse of the triangle. So we are literally.
Brother Josie, just to let you know that most of the screen is blank, yeah?
Yeah, no, it's yeah. At the moment it was
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So the summit came of the necessity of us undo what those people did to our ancestors. So they went from Europe, pick up our ancestors from Africa, and took them to the Americas, sold them, collect the money, came to Europe. Now it's time for us to awake and tell all of us that it's time for us to do the reverse journey. So we are in Europe or in diaspora, wherever we are going back to the Americas and then to Africa. And this journey right now is not a physical journey, it's a spiritual journey. So this is the reason why it is Ubuntu Awakening Summit. So it's not, we are not telling brothers and sisters today to pack up their bag and just jump on the plane and go back. No, we are saying, okay, let's acknowledge where we come from. Let's discover our route. And then if in time you decide to make the physical journey, even better. But today we are asking for us to acknowledge where we're coming from, our roots. So this is where the thing is. And of course, we will be putting a lot of things in there so then people can, so brothers and sisters can do. So this is about questions, a few questions about the Ubuntu, why you should attend, what is Ubuntu Awakening Summit, what is the need for such a thing, and so on and so forth. And in the talk today, hopefully, you will be able to answer to have answers for some of those questions. This is me. As I said, all I've done is, most important is I'm passionate about empowering African and African diaspora to achieve financial independence. This is what I'm passionate about. There are a few videos here. We will not play them, at least for we're just going to jumpstart them because we played one of the videos. And we wanted to, in that summit, which is going to be in Jamaica between 5th and 10th of February, where there are 5 things that we want to achieve, very clear. The first one is spiritual awakening, as I mentioned to you. So we will be sharing knowledge and education about who we are as people, okay? Going from corners of Africa to the Caribbean, to the United States, and so on and so forth. This is first. The second is that we wanted to make sure that there is a possibility there of ancestral lineage connection, for you to connect to your ancestral lineage, okay? And we've got a tool, or if you like, via DNA test or whatever, that you can do that. The other is we want you to discover your heritage, okay? Where you're from is extremely relevant. And this is the reason why we're going to put together the meeting of equal. So kingdom, for example, the Maroon and the chieftaincy in Africa. And the other that we will achieve is to show you with the evidence how safe, if you travel to the continent, or if you live in the continent, if you invest in the continent, how safe you are and how protected you are. Because another thing that we have in this Western world is the propaganda about how unsafe everywhere in Africa is, okay? Nobody talks about the unsafety of other places, but they are very interested in talking about how unsafe we are. And obviously, we've got a list of privileged information about the investment. If you want to make money, if you want to create assets, we've got a list of privileged information about that. Those are the 5 things that we want to achieve, and we are working towards achieving that. Now, in the summit, as I mentioned to you, we want 3 things fundamentally, apart of the spiritual awakening, heritage discovery, and ancestral lineage connection. Those are the 3 main things that we want to achieve. And then we put a range of activities together to achieve that, because this is the key. And we believe that many of it was done. First, we put the activity of reverse of the triangle. So is Europe, America, or the Americas and Caribbean, and Africa. 2024 is Jamaica. 2025, and I explained the reason why Jamaica. 2025, we go to Sao Tome, because Sao Tome was the first enslavement hub ever created by the Portuguese, at least 50 years before the Ghanaian one, okay? So Sao Tome 2025. 2026, we come back to the America. In this case, we go to Brazil. Why? Because Brazil observed 60% of enslaved ancestors of ours. Then we come back to Africa. We go to Ghana, 2027. 2028, we go to Haiti. 2029, we go to Nigeria. 2030, more likely, we're going to the United States. Why are we doing this again? Is as I said in the beginning, is because we need to reverse that triangle. Because more than 90% of us, diaspora, are not diaspora by choice. We were forced to be diaspora, either by colonization, enslavement, brainwash, education, propaganda, media, war. All of those things are contributing to more than 90% of us living away from where we are, where we're supposed to be. There's nothing wrong of being diaspora if it is your choice. But when you are forced to be a diaspora, it's a different conversation. The second thing that we're going to put is in an African village, ancestral village. We will show you how our ancestors lived when the Europeans were living in a cage, or cave, sorry, okay? So this is there, and very few places, very few of us had the opportunity to see such a thing live, and we will show it to you. We've got African quizzes, many games which are truly, truly Africans, created either in Africa, either in the Caribbean, either in Brazil, but they were created by our people, and we will share those with you. We will show you also Bombolon. Bombolon is a communication tool. It looked like a drum, but according to the beats, you would know if somebody died, if somebody born, you would know if the village has been attacked, you know it's time to harvest, you know it's time for the rite of passage. So it was a very sophisticated communication tool. And many of us don't know, never seen a Bombolon in our life. And we will bring it to Jamaica because we believe that knowing those things which are so unique on us, or from us, by us, is what actually bring us to the point that we should, together, of course, with the research and work that Sista Shanice and, for example, Dr. Clive are doing. If you put those things together, this is what really brings us to the place where we belong. We will bring you another very unique game, Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a game, as it says, Ubuntu, Poly, the thing. So it's a game which connects the family, connects the generation. So it basically what it does, it helps you to build wealth, to protect wealth, and to transfer wealth in a very, very fun manner. So it's entertaining, but at the same time, educational. By the way, Ubuntu is exclusive to Umoja. It doesn't exist in the world, by the way. Okay? We will bring to you also the origin of life. We've got a mathematician amongst us, Brother Pi Ratio. I believe Brother Pi Ratio also, does the galaxy, and is a very, very, if you like, known member of our community. He will explain to us how life started through Black woman's womb via mathematical code. He's going to be in Jamaica there for you.
Yeah, he's a former member of Galaxy Academy. Former member of Galaxy Radio, not Galaxy Academy School. Yeah, someone we love so much, and hopefully, he'll be coming back at some point. He's a great mathematician.
Yeah, he's going to be there. Yeah, he's going to be
awesome. There. He's awesome.
Another thing that many of us don't know, we talk about yoga. Many of us don't know that yoga started in Africa. Mm-hmm. We will bring Sister Rosa Mut. She's a specialist in kinetic yoga. She will not just show us this, but she will tell us how the yoga started. Many of us do yoga, but they have no idea where it comes from. Mm. Then we're going to have also gala dinner. Our gala dinner, again, is unique. Why? Because the dressing code, for example, is African attire. Okay? you need to look the part to be welcomed. While others do black tie, tuxedo, whatever it is, we are doing our attire, all flowery, all beautiful. And of course, I just dream of seeing my sisters looking like the video. That's it. This is our identity. So to look the part, and the gala dinner is going to be followed by what? Reggae show. Whereas you in Jamaica, what else can you have better than reggae? To get you moving? No, nothing. I can tell you. Okay.
We say as Jamaicans, we say at the reggae they put Jamaica on top, not the politicians.
Absolutely.
Not reggae
Absolutely.
music put Jamaica on top.
So it's gonna be there, for you to do this thing, and we're gonna make sure we're gonna win. Then we've got a day reserved for business symposium. What we're gonna do with the business symposium again is, unfortunately today, if you are in Africa, wants to do business with the Caribbean, you have to find a way to go via Europe or via America, via payment system, the banking system, and all of those nonsense, the law and the thing. No, we're going to put brothers and sisters, businessmen and women of the continent and of Caribbean and the United States at the table to transact directly. We don't need midwife, okay? With due respect, we don't need those people to be intermediating our business. So let's do it directly. And we talk about the airline. We talk about, sell cassava, buy cassava. This is what we are talking about, the plantain chips. This is the type of thing, directly, not this thing. So there will be a day just to discuss the business and pure business. And then, of course, we're going to have a day that we're going to visit the Maroon Village, okay? Many of us never been there. Many of us don't know the history behind Maroons. We will tell the story and we will visit the Maroons with you. And there is another, which is going to be maybe you go to waterfall, you go to the beach dancing there. Those things are common, but we want to take you to places where you will never forget. Then we've got Sister Teresa, which will bring you sunrise meditation, okay? Maybe most of us don't know the meaning of that, okay? How it started, how it's done, and so on and so forth. So we will wake you up one day, earlier than usual, for you to meditate. The other, very unique of us, many of us do not know, we say that there is a first university in Timbuktu, fantastic in Africa, but many of us don't know how it started. If you don't know, you want to know, go to Circle of Fire. Because if you know the origin of Circle of Fire, what is done in Circle of Fire, and by the way, just to tell you, there will be a dinner, we will be serving a dinner around Circle of Fire. It's a very, very unique tradition of ours. Very unique. But, of course, being lost, particularly for us who live in diaspora. We've got sunset meditation. Again, one is sunrise, one is sunset. And then we've got African Games again. And, of course, African Games, which never finish. So, brothers and sisters, this is the thing. So let me just share with you why we feel that you should attend. First, we need to put right what is wrong. We need to know our own history, where we from, who we are. Okay, this is supposed to be very important to each and every one of us, to tell our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren where we're from. We're not talking about where you live or where we live. We can live anywhere. It doesn't matter. But at least we're telling our children the real story, not reading, as all of us did, reading the books which just tell lies. Okay? Also, we are talking about a summit of feeling and experience. We will take you to places and show you things that we are very convinced many people never had in their lives. Okay, so we want you to experience and have a feeling about that. We will do cultural connection, not just UK and Jamaica, US and Jamaica. We talk about all the world with us. People are coming from Africa, people are coming from Asia, people are coming from Europe, from America, from Brazil, from all of those places. It's going to be, a meeting of us, global diaspora. And of course, the identity connection. We will have a DNA testing company up there who will do the, for your identity. And then of course, if you wanted to fill it up to know where you're from, which tribe you belong to, fine. If you decide not to, that's still fine, but it is going to be available to you. So you make a decision. And then those things are things that definitely we will make sure that you take in good account. The wealth, because most of shenanigans which is happening in our continent now and around us is because we are powerless. And why we are powerless? Because we do not hold wealth. We don't have power for it. I don't know if, but I'm sure many of us have read that the sister who was the president of Harvard or whatever has to resign because they said that she was not doing much to protect Jewish students. Really? What about my brothers, my younger brothers, who are they protected? Anyway, so it's about wealth, it's about prosperity, it's about security, it's about balance, it's about healing, it's about exclusivity. So I'm just finishing now. Of course, there is a 5-star accommodation and other accommodation, of course, available around the area. We wanted to provide you Ubuntu hospitality, which is unique experience. We want to make sure that there are loads of our innovation where we wanted to share with you. We want you to be part of it. And we want, obviously, you to be there with us. And of course, we're going to create Ubuntu environment. It's nothing against anybody. It's just that we wanted to be with ourselves. It's fine. Okay, there's nothing wrong of us being with ourselves. And of course, our ancestral connection. And finally, we spoke about, of course, we had an all-inclusive price, but now we scrapped it. For members of Umoja, of course, they've got a discount, as all of them know. There was an early bird discount, which is gone, unfortunately. The payment installment now is very short, but it's still there. And there is a package starting from £99, if you're a student, of course. If you're a student from £99, you can attend the summit. And literally, this is what it is. Before you could do a deposit, even though you can do now, you've got the summit website, the email that you can email us on. There is one of the numbers that you can call us on if you wanted to. The other one, the thing so is +44 7961 071322 or +44 7587 928032. Or just visit our website, summit.usewealth.africa or usewealth.com. Either one of them will work for you. And opportunity for people who go. Of course, if you sell a ticket to your friend or so, we will, for every ticket that you sell, we will give you 10%. Because again, we do think there is a commercial link that we want to build. If you can be introducer, you can be also ambassador, and going from there. And that's it, really. Partnership, sponsorship, and all of those things are things which are there. But we want to have a conversation with you. Just 2 things I want to let you know. We will be using businesses by our brothers and sisters, unless there's no option. So basically, if there is a hotel by our brother and sister, we will use it primarily. If there's no more, then we will use other people. Transfer company, the same thing. The music company, the same thing. So we will do everything with our brothers and sisters primarily. Only if there's no offering from them, this is when we will use other people, because we strongly believe that this is a way of actually empowering the community. And of course, for people who's got issues with visa or they require visa, speak with us, because we've got an agreement with the authorities where you can do a visa batch processing for you. If you've got any question, reach us. I'm here. We've got sisters and brothers on the call there also. But hey, we are here. Let's have a conversation. So, Sister Shanice, once again, thank you so much for the opportunity. And of course, I'm available for any question and to have a conversation. And of course, if we've got time, we're gonna hear Brother Maponga speaking.
Well, just drop him on now. Yeah.
Okay. All
Go
right.
right there. Just click play.
Okay. So yeah, it's about 2 minutes, not more than that. Okay. So let's hear Brother Maponga what he has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one, welcome all. Yours truly, Maponga J, right here in Southern Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, you are all cordially invited to come and attend with us with the Ubuntu Awakening Summit, which will be held in Kingston, Jamaica 2024. Ubuntu Awakening Summit to be held in Kingston, Jamaica from the 5th to the 10th of February 2024. The purpose of this summit, it is to revisit the transatlantic slave triangle. And within this program, we intend to do some empowerment, some education, healing spaces, honoring also those stalwarts that have gone ahead of us. And it's also we're discussing, few papers are being presented on how to fix Africa. And the transatlantic conversation between the Caribbean and Africa is long overdue, because we need to reduce not only the academic distance, we also need to reduce the political distance, the cultural distance, and even possible create new routes for flights between Africa and the Caribbean. I mean, during slave trade, it was a straight route. Now you must go via Europe to come down westing and spending lots of money. So Africa and Caribbean, we need to start talking. Then education-wise, we can share notes, agriculture, imports and exports, tourism. The whole basket is full of goodies, and we cannot allow the colonial past to keep us apart, when in fact we are one people. Our GDP and your resources, our resources put together, the populations coming together, we have a strong army to transform this continent and to transform the world towards our narrative also. It's time that we own up to our stories and we declare exactly as to who we are and network together, and we stop agonizing. Let's start organizing ourselves. I look forward to meeting you in Jamaica. It will be an exciting moment. I can't wait to dance to some raga and join up and hook up with the brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. I thank you.
Okay, so as you can see, Brother Maponga is going to be there with us. This is Rosa de Mut. That's another speaker of ours. This is another one. This is Piratio that I mentioned to you. This is another. This is another one, Brother Nabulele. So we've got a range of what we consider to be a very powerhouse of our continent, our history, our entrepreneurship, to share with you in Jamaica. Just join us.
Absolutely phenomenal. Oh, wow. I wish I was going to be there. I might have to try and take a trip over there. What a lineup. It sounds like you're bringing Africa, a touch of Africa to Jamaica. Okay. Are you ready to stop sharing screen?
Yeah, I can stop sharing screen. Yeah, for sure. Okay, just 1 second. Obviously, if there is any question, I will be more than happy to come back to it if you need it.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's go over to the chat. Let's see what we got. We did have, Rise Up, Sister Afrijamo, who's joined us. And she actually mentioned that in Ghana, there is a Ghana-Jamaica Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Woo, woo, woo. Big up Ghana for that. I think, we need to have a Jamaica Chamber of Commerce with, what country are you representing from Africa? Is there a particular country, or is it just Africa global, the continent of Africa?
Is it for
Josie.
me or for the sister?
Josie, for you.
No, it's for the whole continent, because Yeah, because okay, the biggest problem we have, as you know, is that
Uh-huh.
because we quote unquote were colonized by the British, we tend
Uh-huh.
to lean to countries which speak English, and then the
Yeah.
French do the same, and then the
Uh-huh.
Spanish, and then the Portuguese. So this, in my opinion, doesn't help us. I think we should come just as a, you know what, one unit, and then I translate to French or to English or whatever language it is. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
for the whole continent. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I mean, man, you know, so we've got to unite all of them all over the globe. Most definitely, we've got to come together as a diaspora and come together with our brothers and sisters on the continent. And this conference is doing it. This summit is making that happen. This summit is taking Africa to Jamaica. It's just going to be amazing. I look forward to seeing, you know, the videos and, you know, the clips from there and what's happening. Let's see who we've got, if we've got any specific questions in the house. So family, if you've got any questions, just drop the questions in the chat, okay? Look forward to hearing what you've got to say. Dor L is in the house. Wonderful, wonderful. Is there any updates on James's etymology book release? You know, I'm going to have to find out from him, okay, Doravel? I'll have to find out. I'm scrolling through. The screen is not clear, our sister Afijamo was saying, and wanted us to put some information in the chat. So I've put a link to your website in the chat. If you want to put a link to any more information in the chat, please do. I've also put in the chat a link to our up and coming African stroke Black British History Study course. It's online, so you can join us from wherever you are in the world. Looking forward to that. Ami man, rise up, rise up. Oh, we got Mahogany in the house. I'm searching for questions. Do we have any questions? Are you able to see the chat, Brother Josie?
No,
You are. No?
not at the moment. No, the Zoom chat I can see, but not the YouTube.
Okay, I've got YouTube open on a
Okay.
different
Let me see if I
tab,
can.
but you have to mute it. If you open it on a tab, you have to mute it, and then you can see it.
Yeah.
Afrojamo is letting us know that there's also a small group called Jamaica Affairs in Ghana. Wow, connecting Ghanaian and Jamaican culture. And that was launched in May 2023 in Ghana. Ghana is leading the way. What else is happening in Ghana?
Yeah.
So Ghana's got a Ghana Jamaica Chamber of Commerce. It sounds like there are some Jamaicans in Ghana who are, you know, making the links between Ghana and Jamaica and doing a good job of it as well. I wonder if our beloved brother Ras Nkrabia has anything to do with all of this as well. Let us know, Sister Afijamo. Right, let me, I can't see any questions for Josie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, Arlette is asking, how do we connect with Brother Josie after the show? Right, you did give out your email address, but please give out your email address again for us, Brother Josie.
Okay, yes. Let me, okay. The email, let me see if I can write it now in the YouTube chat. Hopefully I can.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you
that
can.
should be summit@youthwealth.com. I don't know if it goes. Did it go?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll be able to look in a minute and check for you. Just want to rise up, Sister Go Travel Abroad in the house. Welcome, welcome, Sister Go Travel Abroad. It's been a little while. Good to have you in the house every time. Big up yourself, big up. All the way from Nicaragua. Woo! Okay, let's go to the bottom and see if I can see your post. No, it's not come up yet here.
Well, but it's showing. It's showing
here. Okay,
here.
it'll probably come up in a moment or two. It's because we are like a minute or so behind the live, so it will come up. She says, yes, of course, Ras Nkrabia is very much part of what's happening in Ghana, linking Ghana and Jamaica together. Rise up, Ras Nkrabia. Enough love. What is the cost of the conference? So Didi is asking, what is the cost, please, to attend the summit and to be part of all of those activities that you were telling us about?
Yeah, The cost, as I said, the cost of the conference starts from £99. I mean, it depends really on the activities that the brother or sister wanted to participate, to take part on, or if the brother or sister is a student or not. So those are the things. But again, you know, taking the basics as 99 quid for a student to participate.
So from £99 upwards, and so you know, give everyone a flavour of the different sort of package sizes, and if you're not a student, you know what's the cost likely to be. And you've got your website as well, summit. Actually, let me copy that and post it again in the chat for everyone. And if you can post your email address in the Zoom chat, I'll make sure that gets posted as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let me do this here now.
Yes, and then tell us about the packages. So this is the Ubuntu Awakening Summit that's happening from the 5th through to the 10th of February. You know what? You actually sent me the flyers. I'm going to pull the flyers up on the screen. I think that would be really helpful as well. And then you can talk to that as well if you want to. Kofi, rise up. Greetings, Pi Ratio. This is Brother Jojo. Is Pi Ratio in the chat? If you are, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I haven't seen him. Oh, well, I'm not. I can't tell much.
Hope you're saying greetings to Brother Pi Ratio. Right. I'm going to find the flyer and I'm going to share screen so that you can see the flyers, family. Okay.
So
I can see it in the chat there. Let me just grab that from the chat.
From YouTube, I believe that there is we put the okay. I think it's there now. Is you did that, and then there was we put the phone number as well, and that. So I think
I've just posted your email address.
Yeah, you just did it. Just saw it.
And I've posted your web address.
You know, the other thing which could be of because we know that, for example, we have a quite interest from the US, because while our summit finishes about the 10th, on the 12th is the main day of Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. So many people came, oh my God, instead of going on the 12th, they decided to come earlier. So they're going to stop over in Jamaica. And then on the 11th, they're going to
go on to Trinidad and Tobago for the carnival.
Yeah, because Carnival there finish on the 13th. So, you know, this is another thing which is helping people, you know, coming, at least the people who are coming from the US are the ones who are doing the thing. But again, you know, our main purpose is to really do. Oh, fantastic! This is the business.
You can see it. Okay, yes. So this is the flyer now, the business symposium flyer. And it's all about Umoja generational wealth, because you know, when our brother was on my show, he was saying that you know, it's really important that we create generational wealth. And as I read to you in his introduction, he's a strategist in wealth generation. And you know, on my show, he was talking to us also about the importance of us ensuring that we protect our assets and that our assets are not taxed after we pass. Because imagine we spend all our life, if you're in the UK, working and paying tax, and then well done now when you're dead and gone, they want to tax you on your inheritance that you done pay tax on already. So our brother was talking to us about the importance of making sure that we tie up our affairs and put our properties and assets in trust or do one of these other things that needs to be done in order to protect our business. So their organization is very much about generational wealth, he was saying. And, you know, the idea of linking Africa to Jamaica as well is about us circulating the wealth, he was telling us, within our community. So do you want to just talk a little bit to this, to these images and these
Yes,
notes on here?
absolutely. Obviously, you know, as you know, I think brothers and sisters notice, we are very much into we as a people, color is black and gold. So this is where we move around. Gold is wealth, is the prosperity, is the thing, and black is you know, is absence of color, if you like, which is very connected. So that contrast is represents a lot about us. And you know, all of these images you can see, they are related to a business activity. Okay, you know, one agriculture or whatever, the other one is service and technology. So the idea is that it doesn't matter which line of business you are in, it doesn't matter. We want you to, if you are interested, of course, in growing your market, finding a new horizons, new clients and things like this, to come to this summit, okay? Because we have put together institutions which will help you connect directly Africa and the Caribbean. So then you can do the business without the burden of having to do it via Europe or via the United States. And you know, one thing I wanted to remind all of us is that I don't know people who are more entrepreneur, more hard workers, more, if you like, solution oriented than our people. Okay, honestly, we do a lot. All we need is just small little adjustment. That's it. You bought a house, you pay your tax, you are a good citizen already. Just tie it a bit so then your children can benefit, not the crown. This is all it is. So we wanted to encourage all brothers and sisters just to take a bit of time just to tie up the loose ends. And this is what the summit is going to be. For example, we will have an airline in the room, which is looking for markets in the Caribbean, for example. We will have a fintech company there to, you know, they are looking for connection and marketing. We will have, for example, a cryptocurrency company there, the Pan-African one, which they are looking for creating an ecosystem between the two parts. Okay, so there are a lot. For example, we've got a tourism company there as well. We've got the fashion. So all of those things are going to be in the room for you to pick and choose. You don't have to do it all.
I see this growing and growing year on year.
Yes.
I really do. The potential is phenomenal.
Yes.
You know, in time I see, 1,000 businesses signing up and through their tourism companies and booking in advance to come to these events so they can network with each other from the continent to the Caribbean. It's going to be phenomenal. It really is. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next slide. How comes it's not going to the next slide for me? Here we go. All right, so this is what some of our people were asking about. When is it? How much is it?
Yeah.
What is included? So if you can just jump on this, Brother Josie.
Very quickly. Now, the package that we discontinue, or we stop doing now because the time is not, we expired the time, which was the full package. That package was from the UK to Jamaica. It included the return flight, airport transfer, the 5-star accommodation, the meal and drinks, the summit activity, the gala dinner, everything was included in that package. We stopped that package now because the time is not on our side. And then, of course, we were, rather than doing this thing. So now, what we...
However, Josie, if there are individuals who, whose pockets are a bit deeper than maybe most of ours are and can, pay for it all at once, is the option still there?
Yes.
or is that all taken up now?
Yeah, the option is still there, but the option may be slightly different from the original package that we have negotiated, because the
Okay,
time,
so they can speak
yes,
with you
because of the
directly on
time,
that.
it has to do with flight, it has to do with accommodation. Yes, it's there, and we are more than happy to fight the brother or sister corner to get the best price possible. So, but we need to be aware that as we approach the date, then there is a variance in price there. And because this summit is not a business, we're not doing it for money, to make a profit. So we want to make sure that we don't misguide anybody, and at the same time don't take a burden that is not required. So this is, but all of those activities still there. The airport transfer, we got a discounted price from a local company. It's there. So if the brother decided to go, we just give them the number, and we tell them, listen, we negotiate this thing with you. Don't go overcharge them, and this is what it is. We're not making money out of it, but we want you to attend the thing. The accommodation again is there at a discounted price. The meal and drinks, for example, if you attend the summit, for example, breakfast and lunch is included. It doesn't matter, how many days you go there. It is part of it. Dinner, it depends where you're gonna stay. This is where you're going to have the dinner. Of course, gala dinner is part of the
program,
the event. So therefore, whoever's going to gala dinner will be obviously drink and sing, plus the entertainment would be there. The other thing also has to do with this excursion. One of it we want to. One is going to be to the Maroon village, where there will be somebody very, very knowledgeable, somebody who's been teaching the history of Maroon for more than 30 years. I mean, that brother, his uncle, actually, that uncle. I mean, if anybody knows anything about Maroon, the uncle knows that. So he will be there to tell us the story, tell us about the Queen Nanny, all of those revolution and thing, therefore.
Ami man is looking for a sponsor to go.
Well,
if they're pocket deeper, them best sponsor me to go for us.
Absolutely.
What's up, Ami man? Yeah, you never know. There may be someone who would want to sponsor.
Absolutely. I
To
just need to tell you, we've got, for example, 2 organizations in Brazil who are sponsoring people to come, and one is Sao Tome. In Sao Tome, for example, they're sponsoring people from Sao Tome to go to Jamaica for the conference. So yeah, we want the brothers and sisters in the conference. Now, whichever way is easier to do.
Okay, there's a question in the chat from Doreen, who says, do you know who we can contact to draft a trust? I would suggest Josie is the first point of contact.
Yeah.
So the email address that we posted in the chat, if you contact Brother Josie, he'll be able to guide you on that. And we'll post that in the chat again in a little while. Okay.
Absolutely. So then they can do. And it's good that sister or brother asked, because sometimes we need just to be careful. Just drifting a second on this, we just need to be careful. It's like yes, there are trusts which are really protecting your assets, but if you don't do it right, or the right people don't do it, then you may get yourself in a bit of hot water, if you like.
ED is saying, is it too late once the house owner has passed away? I'd say yes. Is it too late to do a trust? Yeah, it's too late then, isn't it?
Unfortunately, for that purpose, it is late. It is not late if they have paid the, let's say, inheritance tax and they wanted to protect it for future loss. Yes, can be done, but for the previous one, for the previous owner, unfortunately not. Because as soon as you register the death, particularly in this country where we are, they are very quick to close the bank account and do all the rest of whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, let's really speak with another, so therefore all of us become a bit aware and stop giving,
Yeah. So here on the screen is the program.
Yeah.
For the summit from Monday through to Friday. From Monday the 5th of February through to Friday the 9th of February. You can scroll back and pause the screen and have a look at what's going to be happening in detail should you wish to do so.
Yeah.
And this is the last page, I think, of what you've sent me.
Yeah. Again, all of those things are things that we carefully went. For example, hummingbird is a very Jamaican national treasure. Yes, of course, you can call it mascot, you can call it what a symbol, but for us is beyond simple meaning. And this is what we chose to be the mascot of our summit. Okay. And literally, we're just in love with that little bird. So as you can see it there. Of course, you've got a lot of waterfalls and a beautiful lake and river there. We went to, so all of this color combination is actually, we picture Jamaica as a different part, of course. The sea, the blue, the river, and all of those things. So we wanted to really take you to Jamaica, to a Jamaica that you've never been.
Yeah.
Although you might be in Jamaica, going to Jamaica 20 times. But we
you know what? I'm sure there are people out there who would love to go to Jamaica, but maybe, don't have anyone to go with. And so might want to be part of this summit group, and go out there, use it as an opportunity to visit Jamaica. Can't recommend Jamaica enough. It's stunningly beautiful.
Yeah.
Jamaica really, really is.
And we're going to do a tour as well. I mean, so there is a lot of things that some of those things we want to surprise.
Okay, well, don't say much more then if it's going to be a surprise. Hey, okay, fantastic. So what's the email say? I have lost almost everything, yet the fight in me, okay, but the struggle continues. Sorry to hear that you've lost almost everything, IE man, but, glad to hear that there's still fight in you there. Kwame Oboje says he's traveling to Ghana next summer in July. Wonderful, wonderful. So Brother Josie, I want to rise you up for the works that you're doing through the Ubuntu Awakening organization. The conference, the summit, sounds absolutely phenomenal. And I know it's going to be a success. I know what it's like when you start things, the first year or two, you're just like getting off the ground, aren't you, with the first one or two. And then as it gathers momentum, it just gets flooded with support from around the world. And so, any final words to just encourage people to think about joining you? Yes, Jamaica is indeed beautiful. I mean, any further information that you want to add that you might have forgotten about, just to inspire people to join you on that trip?
Well, yes, there is a word that I want to share with brothers and sisters, is that this summit, which is the first, the name is Awakening Summit, obviously is a place that we strongly believe to have a meeting point to start the conversation. Okay. Yes, we can organize a tour to go to Jamaica and enjoy the beach and go into. We can do that. There's no question about that.
But this is more than that, isn't it? Yeah.
But we strongly believe that since you've got the opportunity of going to Jamaica, add something beyond just going to the usual that we know, which is okay. You go to 5-star hotel and go and buy 2 souvenirs and come back. Yeah. So this is the thing, and this is the reason why, if you notice, we are bringing people who speak the language of our language. If you, of course, if you heard Brother Maponga, for sure, you would agree with me. If you hear Brighton Abulele, you would agree with me. If you hear Pai-Resho, you would. If you hear Mut Rosa, you would. If you hear Jenin. So the people that we are bringing is to have the genuine conversation about who we are. And on top of that, we will be able to give you tools that once you left Jamaica, you can use anywhere you are for your own benefit and for the benefit of all of us. Don't think that this is an altruistic job. We are thinking strategically because you are in the US. If the Black population or African population rises up in the US, believe you me, the positive consequence of it, I feel it in Africa. So we are not doing this just because we know. We are thinking strategically because the rising up of all of us is what is going to make us succeed. So join us. Come and have a bit fun. We're going to have fun, loads of it. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to dance a lot. But at the same time, we will share something else which we believe is of value.
Yes. It sounds amazing, as I said, and I want to rise you up and your entire team, everybody who's been working with you on this, hats off to you. Well done. High five. Absolutely amazing works. I know only too well, what it involves and what it entails actually doing something like this. And so, kudos to you all. Do you want to mention any team members?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, obviously, as I said, if you're looking for brain behind all of these, you've got Sister Teresa Hatchett. She's quite active in the community, up and down. I think for most of us, she doesn't even need introduction. She's of Jamaican descent, if we can call it that way. We've got Sister Marie, another, I would say, trailblazer, if we can call it. She is originally from what they call Cameroon. We've got Sister Jackie, who is originally also, descendant of Jamaica. But I think she found out that in her blood, Jamaica was just a transition because she discovered that she's actually Igbo, more Igbo than something else.
Wow.
So, hey, I don't want to get into fight, but the reality is that, anyway, she's of Jamaica descent, but she done the DNA to find out that a lot of her blood comes from Igbo. Okay? So we've got Sister Angela. Actually, Sister Angela is based in Portugal, interesting enough. But she's she's the leader of the summit. We've got Sister Norma, descendant of Jamaican again, but this time Sister Norma is in Jamaica right now as we speak. So she's taking care of us out there. We've got Sister of us, Teresa Angela. We've got Brother Clementino. Paulo Hermes. So it's a full-blown team. Because genuinely, I would say that my contribution to that is that small.
Wow.
This is more of them than me, and I really am grateful, and not just grateful. I'm really very lucky to have them. I hope I haven't forgotten the key ones. So Norma, Jackie, Teresa, Angela, Marie.
They all sound like females.
Sorry,
Angela, are they all women?
Yes, of course. I mean, you don't want to put me in trouble.
Why am I not surprised? They're women are the active ones in Arky. Look at that, out there doing works on the ground. Big up.
We've got brothers, but the sisters are in majority. There's no question about that.
In doing the works,
So
I find that everywhere and lots of organizations.
Absolutely. And they are just a joy to work with. They're extremely hard worker, with the many other things that they've got to do. They are in here. So
I find time for the community. Big up.
Absolutely great.
Brother Josie, hold it there then. I think if we have any more questions in a little while, I'll bring them in. But I'm thinking now, I'm just going to use a little bit of this time that we've got left, because we've kind of run the course of that, just to talk a bit about the program that Dr. Winters and I have got coming up. I'm so excited about it. Okay, so let me just share screen with the family, and so they can hear more about this program that we've got coming up. Okay, let me organize this. Right, let's get under here to presenter mode. Where are we? Going to slideshow. Presenter mode should be there. Presenter view. Yeah, and that should give me. Oh, there we go. There in the picture, family, you can see the image of none other than Sheikh Anta Diop himself, one of our wonderful, fantastic, blacktastic historians. And for me, what was really unique about Sheikh Anta Diop was the work that he did to give us as Africans back our past. He was the one that brought the genetic evidence to prove beyond doubt that we as Africans were the original people of North Africa, that we are the ones, family, who were the builders of the pyramids, whose image it is on those huge, colossal monuments. He gave us as Africans back our past. And, you know, he's done us proud by doing so. And there's the quote there by Amy Cesari, who was born back in 1913, who said, Sheikh Anta Diop, through his work, had given back to Africa its past. And by doing so, he probably gave back its proper past to humanity. Wow. African Americans, we've got to big them up as well. They have been doing an absolutely phenomenal job giving Africans back, giving African Americans back their past, writing African Americans into history, into modern history. They've captured the civil rights movement. They've captured so much of their history. So we rise up, the African Americans, for the works that they have been doing in recent past. And today, family, we've got a job to do. We have a job to do as Africans in Britain. We've uncovered the fact that there is a phenomenal amount of history that we as Africans have here in Britain, and we need to do the job to give Black Brits back its past, to give Africa back its past in Britain, from ancient through to modern times. And so that's why our Black History course study course is so important, because we're focusing on Black Britain. We're focusing on Britain from ancient to modern times. And, you know, it's so important that we even realize that the connection that exists between the Brits pre-enslavement to the Americans pre-enslavement, the Jamaicans and the Caribbeans. There is an even greater connection, family, than we have been led to believe. And that connection didn't just start on those so-called slave ships. The connection that we had to our brothers and sisters in America, and our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, and our brothers and sisters in Britain and the British Isle existed prior to our enslavement. Okay, and as we know, not all African Americans arrived in America on those slave ships, or those awful ships, and not all those in the Caribbean actually arrived from Africa either. Some arrived from Europe, some arrived from Britain, and some were indigenous to the Caribbean and were already there. And so there's a huge amount of research that needs to be done to unpack the stories that we have been told, to establish the extent to which, some of us have a heritage in, other places before, after leaving Africa. So if there's one thing that we do know, as melanated people, we are all indeed Africans, wherever we are in the world. We may have been born in America, in Canada, in Jamaica, in Ireland, in Britain. It doesn't matter where we are and where we were born today, the fact of the matter is that our origin, we originate from Africa. Humanity itself started in Africa. And from Africa, we migrated and we populated the entire globe. And, you know, the genetic and the anthropological evidence is there to substantiate this. And it therefore follows, if we populated the entire globe, we were the indigenous people of the entire globe. And so, you know, it's this story now about, you know, who the indigenous people were and, you know, what they did on the land, the connection that they had to the land, what they built while they were there, what their civilizations were, you know, what their stories were while they were on the land is what we are working to uncover through our program. So we certainly hope that you're going to be joining us on our Black British History 6-week online study course. You've got myself and you've got Dr. Winters. It's going to be a pioneering course, you know, it certainly is going to be a pioneering course. And so we're seeking pioneers. We're seeking those who want to be first with the information. We're seeking those who want to be at the forefront of the making and creating of a new British history. So if you want to pull information together, if you want some guidance on research that you can do so that you could be writing about this, the British existence, the existence of Africans in Britain pre-enslavement, then this is the course for you. We want to be encouraging our people to be rewriting Black British history. So far, the vast majority of history that we have been told has been within the context of enslavement. And we want to build a team of individuals who want to be the leaders, the movers and shakers in correcting our history and bringing the knowledge to our people. Now, at the time that I did this presentation, but didn't get to do it, we did have the early bird discount going. That has now ended. But what we do have is an opportunity for you to pay by installments, okay? So you don't have to pay all at once. You can make the payment over over 2 months, okay? So you can pay £99 one month and then £99 the next month. All right, so it's definitely going to be a really interesting learning journey. And on that journey, as we said, you're going to realize the extent to which we've got some significant roots in Britain. Yeah, and you're also going to come to the conclusion that it's yet another land that we as a people lost. It's a land where we have a heritage. It's a land that is extremely wealthy. It's a land where there were Black nobles, Black aristocracies, Black royalty, Black parliamentarians, ordinary Black population and communities in fairly large numbers, all of which has gone unrecognized and which we have the evidence to be able to substantiate. So we need to correct our history. We need to bring the true history of the existence of Africans on the land called Britain and put us squarely back into the picture that we have been airbrushed out of. So, you know, if you see yourself as a budding researcher, a pioneer, or, you know, you've got in your blood that, you know, there's something that you need to do around this, then we've got Dr. Clyde Winters, who is going to be helping us to uncover the history that we've got in Britain and who will be able to give us some real guidance on how we go about writing it up as an academic paper or be encouraged to write it up in a book. Did you want to say something, Brother Josie?
No, I'm listening with yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought I heard you.
No,
yeah,
no.
So family, do join us. It's going to be a groundbreaking course. If you're passionate about your history, as I said, if you are an educationalist, if you're a teacher and you're looking for African history as it relates to Britain, if you are a parent who's homeschooling and you're looking for true history for your children because you want to teach them the correct history, if you are, interested in an African history enthusiast, then this is the course for you. Let's come together and let's celebrate, our greatness as Africans. Okay, so we've got a job to do in terms of unraveling the truth about our Asian history. As I said, our history is documented as far back as the Ice Age. We go as far back, and we can trace our heritage back to the British Isles as far back as the Ice Age. So, as we are navigating this really interesting historical landscape, be part of it. It's a huge job that's got to be done, and it's going to be hugely challenging. It's not going to come without its criticism, because, the Europeans have been used to basically dictating what the history is. They've got their institutions, their organizations, they've got their school of Egyptology, they write the curriculum, they validate the curriculum, they say what goes into the history books and what doesn't. And here we are saying, well, actually, you've left a lot of history out. You've left us out of the history. And we found the evidence to prove that we did exist during these times, and you need to write us back in. There's going to be a lot of resistance to that, and so you have to have broad shoulders, and you have to be prepared to learn the correct and holistic way of doing the research and substantiating what you're claiming with your sources in order for it to stack up. And so we're going to be addressing, the importance of adopting a multidimensional approach to doing the research, okay? And we're going to be providing you with the information and the nuances that's involved in helping you to understand on how to put forward a holistic view of our history from the different perspectives. Okay, so really exciting course. There's so much more I can say, because when I get excited, I can just keep going, but I won't. I'm going to come back out in a little while. But just to say, and I should be excited, because I've been doing a lot of the preparation, and it's really exciting stuff. So as I said, we're adopting a multidimensional approach to the research. So in doing so, it means that we are crossing a number of disciplinary areas, okay? And what is important about adopting a multidimensional, a multidisciplinary approach is that when you do the research, it enables you to look in a lot more depth, a lot more breadth. You can cross-reference the validity of what you're researching, and then you can decide whether or not it's applicable for your findings. And then, by adopting that multidimensional approach as well, it helps you to navigate your way through this really complex field of researching our history. So it's all about us being holistic in our approach. What do I mean by being holistic? It means that, we're looking at archaeological evidence, that exists to support our claims, because that's really important, because if what we're claiming is going to be reliable, what archaeological evidence is there? Can you point to any, and does what you find align itself with African history? So we're going to be pointing to historical documentation and the importance of that. The importance of historical records, and the role that plays as well in confirming our presence in Britain and the claims that we are making. And then you have to check different historical records as well, and then you have to be able to make a judgment on what's accurate and what's unbiased. And it's difficult not to be biased, but when you're coming across lots of information to do with your history, and it's like, why has this been left out? Why has this been left out? You can see that bias runs through everything that the mainstream has been talking about. And the new kids on the block these days are the genetics. And they really have been upsetting the apple cart. They seem to have been squashed a bit now But, you know, the mainstream had all of these schools, and with their archaeological stuff and being able to hide away all of their discoveries and findings and chiseling away and whitewashing images and stuff like that, they have been able to keep a control of their narrative. But then here comes a new school, the genetics, who take a scraping, just like Sheikh Anta Diop did, of the teeth or the skeleton remains of some of these really ancient skeletons. And then when they do the genetics, they see that they've got melanin, that they're heavily melanated, pigmented skeletons, which means that the skeletons remain, the ancient skeletons that they had their artists paint as white, turned out to be melanated black skeletons, which means that the population of the time in the region where they dug up all of those bones were indeed of Africans. So the genetics, you know, give us a really important insight now and another perspective of the evidence that they have been digging up that exists, that has been ours all along, that they probably knew all along, but they were able to hide. No longer able to hide. And that's just touching on some of the approaches that we will be adopting as part of this course. And you'll be getting like handouts and the like that will help you, that will guide you as well to do the research. So I'm absolutely honored, as I said, to be working alongside Dr. Clyde on this one, and we will be drawing on the works of various of our various researchers who are out there doing the work, such as Dr. Marie Charles and others, doing phenomenal works in our community. And so I will post again a link to the course in the chat, and certainly hope that our wonderful Blacktastic family is going to be joining us. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, support the Pauls family. You know, we're out there doing the works, and we're not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for our community. Brother Josie, you know, I've been talking about our course there. How's it sound?
It sounds, as I said in the beginning, it sounds very necessary, not very needed. Because unfortunately, all of us who attended the school, we've been telling everything but the truth. And the truth has been always hidden. And to add insult to injury, everything that we hear is up to slavery. Yeah. Nobody tells us anything, okay, beyond slavery. So our life started in slavery. We were the first one. Nevertheless, some people decided to tell us, okay, you know what? We're going to tell the story only with slavery. It was bad, very bad, but, you know, slavery is where you started. So therefore, this been helping them camouflaging all the great developments, all the great inventions, you know, in many stories, I mean, areas of medicine, science, technology, and agriculture, and all of those things. They've been, you know, getting away with it for far too long. So the course that you are bringing now, in my opinion, is a wake-up call. Of course, it will not include all 10,000 years that we've been here. I understand that. But it's a starting point. Okay? So we start there a bit more, and then, you know, this is six weeks now, and then another 6 weeks, another 6 weeks, another 6 weeks. At least it gives us the necessary material to tell the next generation where it is. We may not be able to tell them the old story. This is the truth of it. But at least we start the journey and allow them to continue. So yes, definitely is needed. And definitely, as I mentioned to you, and this is the truth, I've been talking to people that I know, you know, to do the thing. But we also are very aware that sometime in our community, you know, the speed is not there. Okay?
Yeah, we need our people to be more proactive, to jump on these initiatives, to take it. These are
There you
once in a lifetime opportunities. This is what people are going to be looking back and say, boy, do you remember 10 years ago, Sister Shanice and Dr. Clyde was doing that program. Oh, I wish I did it now, because look now, all the information is just coming out. And then 10 years ago, yeah, do you remember when Brother Josie did that wonderful trip to Jamaica? Oh, wow, I really wish that I'd, even taken out a loan to go on that trip, because it could have changed my life, because here I am still in the same position, and I could have maybe networked with some businesses on the ground in Jamaica or from the continent and got my, a new business opportunity going. These are opportunities. And so, we do need to be more, go get it, go do it, get up there on the do. So family, it's 2024. No more time for lele. Be action we are dealing with, yeah? Action we are dealing with.
and yeah, no, sister. And another thing, for example, I've got, my two youngest children, one is 18, the other one is 16. And I'm going to do all I can really to take them to Jamaica.
Really?
Yeah, because if we don't make the effort, oh yeah, the young people, they want the PlayStation, they just want the TikTok. I understand all of this. But if we don't start really encourage those young people to embrace, they're going to continue to be consumers.
That's right.
Okay, everybody can do TikTok. I'm not.
And you know what? We were talking about culture on my show earlier today, and the importance of culture. And, it's such a broad topic. I can't go into all of it. But what I did add to the conversation is quite often we talk about culture in terms of the arts, the dance, the image, the dress, and that sort of thing. But in ancient times, an important part of our culture was economics. We were the tradesmen back in ancient times. We were the ones who rode the camels across the Sahara deserts with all of our goods to sell, to people on the other side of the Sahara. We were the ones who set sail in the ships and, sailed to China, sailed to Japan, or the other sailed to India, or sailed to Europe to trade. We used our skills to create all sorts of goods, which we then sold. We were the miners. We were the ones who were turning the gold into jewelry, of beautiful, beautiful jewelry. If you look in the museums, if they put them in the museums, and some of the beautiful jewelry that our ancestors used to make, the necklaces, the earrings, the anklets, the bracelets, we've always throughout the centuries, even if it's beads that we use or shells that we use for jewelry, we were always creatively making things. And, we were agriculturalists as well. We did food, and we would take our produces and we would sell them. And that was an important part of our culture, selling. And we need to get that back. As you said, we are consumers now, and we look to others to employ us. Whereas back in the days, we would use our skills and talents, and we would create, make, and sell. And family, from you have something to sell, from your children have something to sell, they're in business. So what can your children make? What can your children create? What can your young people use the computer and do that they can then sell as a service or provide as goods? Let's encourage our children to be independent. Why should we groom our children to just go work for Farmer Massa, the former slave master? Why should we groom our children to be that? If we do, it means that they will always be controlled. Because you know what it's like if you've worked on the plantation, you're controlled. You can't do this and you can't do that. You have to make sure your social media is not saying this or saying that, in case your boss goes and looks at your Facebook or your WhatsApp or what have you. Do you know what I mean? There's no freedom in that. And so we have to, go back to our cultural way of doing things, which means that if we are going to sell anything to our family have got to value what we're selling and buy it. Yeah, it's pointless, Dr. Winters and I doing the course, if you decide you're not going to buy it. It's pointless, our brothers and the team putting on this wonderful summit, if you, our people, are not going to be supporting it. But if you value what we're doing, you certainly will support it. Brother Josie, have you seen any questions or anything in the chat that you want to mention?
Well, no, I just saw a comment from Brother Kwame asking if I've been to Ghana. Brother, I've been to Ghana a few times, and trust me, anywhere in Africa, anywhere, but Ghana included, I'm always ready to be, always, because I feel at home, I feel comfortable, I feel really me. So I'm extremely think. So I will be going to Ghana. I don't know when, but very soon I will be going back to Ghana. Before the 2027, when we're going to go there to do our summit. Don't forget that we're going to do summit in 2027. We're going to go to Ghana and do it there. But this is just to touch on what you said, sister. We really need to sway a bit our thinking of consumption, because we are consuming too much, and everybody see us as a breakfast, everybody see us to go there and buy. And with all of this technology that our ancestors, you mentioned the economic system. Our ancestors created Ubuntu economics. The other day we were talking, and many people have no idea. I don't know how many people on the call now who have heard of communalism. People may have talked about capitalism, about socialism, communism, whatever, dictatorship. But very few people have heard of communalism. So any brother or sister who's got some time, go and do a bit of research, small little research about communalism. It's the system created by our ancestors way before the capitalism, way before the communism. Do we know about that? No. Come on, brothers and sisters, let's do one step a bit and then drag our children also. I know that sometimes they don't want to come, but trust me, we need to make an effort.
Absolutely, most definitely, we've got to make the effort. Rise Up Marie saying, fantastic show, give thanks indeed. Sister Teresa's in the house saying, awesome show, Sister Shanice and Brother Josie, thank you so much. Angie's thanking us as well. Brother Kwame saying, family, come home as well as our babies, come home. Yes, it's so important that you encourage your children, especially if they're born in the diaspora. If you take your children to Jamaica, take your children to Africa. I remember the images that they used to show us of Jamaica. Oh my gosh, you wouldn't want to go and visit Jamaica. And so the first time I went to visit Jamaica, I was so impressed. Jamaica's beautiful, man. But one thing I can say about Jamaica, and the Jamaicans is Jamaicans are proud of their country, and they really do love to show off their country. And so, the mainstream media has had an incredibly difficult job trying to portray Jamaica in the negative, awful image that they used to do back in the 60s and early 70s. So through the reggae music and through the music videos that we now see alongside the reggae music, they use Jamaica, the beautiful backdrop of Jamaica for many of those videos. So we can see how wonderful the country really is. Well, time has actually flown by. To everyone in the chat, thank you so much for staying with us throughout the evening today. Brother Josie, thank you so much for joining us today as well. It's been a privilege and an honor to have you on the show. Family, tune in next strong. We have a presidential candidate from Sudan joining us. Yes, a presidential candidate from Sudan is going to be joining us live and direct next Wednesday. We need you to meet him. We need you to encourage him. We need you to support him. And we need you to help to market and promote him as the next president for Sudan. All righty, family. Look forward to seeing you next strong. Brother Josie, more love, more strength, more voodoo power to you. Take care.
Okay, thank you so much, sis. Thank you, brothers and sisters. It's been a privilege, and let's work. The work doesn't stop. Let's continue doing it. Thank you so much.
One love. Bye for now. Thank you, Joe.